Okay, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while, like a long while. Not gonna lie. Was it like pretty much 2 months almost? But here we are again on the last stream of 2023, and well, what else can I say? It's been a year. Yes, it's been a year. I'm glad the channel has grown up substantially. And I hope that it will be growing even more. Then again, there will be one thing to mention about the whole quote-unquote restructurization of a channel, which yes, it will be happening. I will mention it later. But first of all, as I didn't say it, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's more meaningful now. For me, it was nice. I took quite a long break because it was a break that span out throughout whole November. Can I play ground battles? No, this will be a naval stream, and then if I'm done with the naval star, probably we will switch to the air battles, like the high tier ones. But no, I haven't played ground battles for like a year almost. Last time I played them, it was around January, February this year. And as I don't intend to grind for the tank in the event, I tend to focus on what I like to do. So decimate players with Scharnhorst, then probably go ASAP, switch to, I don't know, MiG-23, ML, MLD, grind it, and have fun with it, as, you know, the game is about to... This game is about having fun, and playing tanks don't bring me as much fun as playing Naval, surprisingly enough. I know for a lot of people it's a heresy or just an abysmal idea, like who doesn't like playing tank battles? And yes, here I am. Hello, my name is Aventer and I don't like playing ground battles that much. Probably the next thing that would motivate me and push me into grinding more tanks would be the addition of Polish tech tree, which won't happen in the foreseeable future. So no, currently no tanks. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. It's still 30th, but Happy New Year. Also, why are you wishing me it here? We will talk tomorrow for sure about that. Most of the people will be sending the New Year wishes. But yeah, it's been quite a year, not gonna lie. I have a deep discussion about outlets but on stream. The discussion about outlets, well, I think it has ended on a very good note. Like, have established that European outlets are way better and have more power and like are just superior to the US ones. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing else has happened there. Everyone agreed on that. What? Yeah, let's play a game. What is that battleship? Besides knowing that this is either British or Japanese. Bet it on British. Looks like our Iron Duke. I really love the pronunciation of some English words. Completely have no sense. But they are here. Well, somehow I had a really nice game in Scharnhorst yesterday, so I'm hoping on achieving the same result, which was 4 matches, and I was done with the whole star, so around 2 hours. Which was one of the new heights for me. Not that I'm, you know, complaining. No. I'm never complaining. But yes. Suddenly I have noticed that in Naval, especially during the event currently, there's only one thing that will win you the match, and that is whether your team has Scharnhorst or not. And if both teams have one, then the team that has more of them will win. I know, crazy idea, crazy. Wait, is my mic working? Yes, I switched to the stream. Okay, yeah, it's working. Yeah, sadly the meta is too strong currently. So even if someone brings, for example, other battleships, I've talked about it later. I talked about it before, not later. But there is quite an unfair advantage for battle cruisers in War Thunder, which I am not really keen about. This is why I would love to see ships like, I don't know, Hyuga, for example, not Hyuga, Nagato, for example, which would completely destroy the battle cruiser meta, as it would be the groundbreaking in a lot of cases. First, for over 400mm battleship, 24 seconds of reload, quite good armor, quite a speed, as Nagato could be classified as a fast battleship, not as a dreadnought, especially after her modernization, even though it slowed her down a little bit. So yes, I would gladly see her in the game. Her or Mutsu. That is my, you know, wish for Gaijin for the next year. Give me one of those two, preferably in 1944 configuration or 1945 configuration. And then we can talk about bringing other ships into the game, like Bismarck, like Iowa would be a stretch, but North Carolina, etc. So all the funny things that were made on par with Yamato class at first, but then some got outclassified, some got outgunned, etc. I'm not saying Yamato. No. Yamato into the game would be a little bit too much for now. Not gonna lie, that would be something to see. Now I see 1 and 2 and I just Bismarcked that Bayern. Ironically, both are German battleships. Similar gun caliber. Bayern being 380 millimeters, Bismarck would be a few decimal. It's not even decimal, like 100 points bigger. Okay, that was a nice shot. Okay, cool. Cool. You know, this is the biggest problem of Scharnhorst, and at the same time advantage of the small guns. So guns that are below 300 millimeters, quite the fastest. Literally gun that have a reload rate of some heavy cruisers, and I'm not talking about Grafspee. I'm talking about, I don't know, for example, Mogami after depleting the first rack. So quite good. At the same time, I wouldn't be so keen on it, as even though, yay, quite good penetration, but those are one of the smallest capital ship guns in the game, meaning you need to be really precise to deal damage to other vessels. Take Hood for example, 100 millimeters more and way bigger explosive mass. Meaning you need to shoot in approximate direction more than with Scharnhorst. With Scharnhorst you do need to try and be a little bit more precise. And you're missing a few things, like, for example, penetration over time with during the water distance, etc. All the not really fun stuff to talk about, which is kinda still important. Just push through and try hunt cruisers. This is what you were made of. Made for. Because if not for cruiser hunting, then for what other reason would Scharnhorst be made? For the Scharnhorst class. Okay, now we will have a very fun exposition. Scharn versus Scharn battle. Is it 2v1? Yes, it would be 2v1. I have the very important ally, which is yet another Scharnhorst. As you can see, this guy will probably bring yet another backup for his charm. Maybe. So first, disable the frontal turrets. Second, disable the rear turret. Like I said, disable the rear turret. Oh. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the technical stuff, but it's kind of interesting how the game works. Basically, when it comes to the meaning, is that the armor scheme, which was not really effective later during the war, it's one of the most important armor scheme in the game, because turtleback armor, or turtleback armor scheme, which is present on the Scharnhorst class, on the Bismarck class, was not so good later during the war, which is why we have all or nothing, which is why those things even existed. Yet in the game, all or nothing is very weak compared to turtleback. With turtleback, you cannot penetrate through the barbets, you cannot go through the citadel. Meanwhile, things like Nevada, so the first standard battleship, Texas, etc., they all suffer from all or nothing weak point, which are the barbets. You can detonate the barbet in... You can detonate the ammunition through the barbet of the battleship, surprisingly enough. Okay, one more torpedo for a good measure, maybe to the ammunition storage. Oh, okay, I was too slow. Okay. Okay. So you're telling me his Scharnhorst 8. Did anyone count there was 3 torpedoes before, then 6 torpedoes. I took 2 and I died. He took 6 and didn't die, even though 2 of them went straight to the ammunition storage, and neither of theirs went for my ammunition, though it was one for the back. It's more of like here. So cool stuff, cool stuff. But okay, he sank. Justice. Justice was enacted. Just somehow. Now go on the point. Okay, we're gonna lose this. Don't worry. Don't worry, I know we're gonna lose this. Just 2 of our... I wonder why. One of them was at Des Moines, the second was Arkansas, and both of them left after dying once. Who would have thought? Not me. Not really me. But of course it happened. Not that big of a deal. We just need to, you know, kill even more of their ships. This slow time window that we have. Not gonna happen. If it will happen, then okay, yeah, of course. A lot of people are praying like Germany. Funnily enough, is this a sign that we might get yet another German battleship coming in the next update? Yes, I do know that if it is gonna be a new German battleship, it for sure is gonna be Bismarck, unless somehow Gaijin decided to add Austro-Hungarian Navy, or so pretty much only the Tegethoff class for the game, for the German tech tree. Even though most of the Austrian vehicles and Hungarian vehicles, well, Hungarian vehicles are in Italian tree and Austrian are just scattered around, so none of those things would work. Preferably Austro-Hungarian Navy, even though I know it's not how it should be. They should be going into the Italian tech tree to boost it a little bit more. It would be only like 1 or 2 battleships only, so just a tiny bit for them to fill up the ranks. Can I say that? I think I can. Because if you now notice, like, Italy has 4 battleships, 2 modern, 2... well, 3. I don't count the premium one. 2 from the interwar period. Japan has 5 and 3 modern. Britain has a lot, if the Orion being the new addition. I'm gonna lie, I would prefer Monarch instead of Orion, but hey, cannot be really picky with that. We don't talk about this thing. We don't talk about the Novorossiysk. We don't talk about it. But I'm kinda not glad that I wasn't streaming back then when I saw the Novorossiysk being added, because this is what I was talking about before on streams, and not only on streams, with my friends, etc. Without pushing the boundaries, so without adding ships that never existed, Gaijin has run out of things for the Soviet Navy. That's why we are seeing, well, next thing that will make an appearance in the tree will probably Arkhangelsk. First it would appear on the British tree, then next patch, or even the same patch, it would be offered for the Russians. How do I know that? Just intuition. Oh boy, a full battleship match. This is something. And speaking of Orion, someone is playing the Orion. Interestingly enough. Well, interestingly, Really glad that someone is picking the quote-unquote newest but already forgotten additions. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the dreadnoughts that are being added, but things like Saxon is just padding to the tree. Then, well, you get Orion, and Orion is a nice addition. Yes, of course, longer grind for the Marlborough, which is better. At least it has some AA, like Orion. But at the same time, it's nice to see that even though the game is being pushed forward and forward, some people are still caring about not only meta but the slightly worse and not competitive vessels. Like, yes, for sure, most will tend to go to US 3, German 3, Soviet 3 for things like Alaska, for things like Scharnhorst, which Scharnhorst, since the addition of her, is still like the crown example of OP vehicle. Do I like it? Not one bit. Sometimes you have to clench your teeth and swallow your pride and just use the meta vehicles. Same things with Kronstadt, same things with although Kronstadt was nerfed recently. I like it very much. But unless we will see what we will see the not super dreadnoughts but the first proper fast battleships, be it my beloved or one of the beloved top 2, probably Nagato class. We won't see anything that could dethronize Scharnhorst from her spot of being the best capital ship in the game. I'm tired of the whole debate whether or not Scharnhorst is a battleship or is it a battlecruiser, so I'm just gonna call her a capital ship, which she was. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I did not expect to make my ammunition explode from such a distance. I know you can explode the Scharnhorst ammunition, I did it many times. Maybe not with Alaska, because I still don't have Alaska, yay! I got Nevada and then I stopped playing the US 3. It's more focused on other things. Pretty much I've stopped playing Naval for quite a while. Just decided, okay, yeah, I'm grinding Air 3s now. Got the F-16 for Japan, I got MiG-23. Pretty much every MiG-23, because I recently picked up the MiG-23 ML on sale. So I am now very happily grinding the MiG-29, not Su-27, MiG-29 of course. My Polish pride. Can't allow myself to pick anything else other than MiG-29 for the first top tier jet. And of course, I already have the Polish Air Force skin prepared, so I don't have to look at the red star. Other than that, I occasionally picked up Naval, just, you know, not rust that much to refresh my skills a little bit. I completely disregarded the grind. And then the winter event came, so I decided, yeah, once again, I'm currently going for Mississippi. Going for the Mirage. Both of those things I can manage, one day for the naval, one day for the air. And I can, like, you know, there's a saying, making two roasts on one fire. So I can both get the event done and I can grind more of the vehicles that I want to grind. And also, of course, having fun in the game. Which is, I think, the most important part. If you don't have fun in the game, then why are you playing it? Besides being a very, very masochistic person. So, on one side, I nervously is a bad word. I await with anticipation when the event will end, first of all, so I can play something else than meta vehicles like Scharnhorst or go very, very fast and grind Kronstadt. Because I need like 40,000 experience, so pretty much few matches with PK and I'm done. And of course, Mississippi. Although, from what I saw, Mississippi has the problem, or quote-unquote problem, calling that a problem after all, that Gaijin treated her guns the same as they treated the guns on the other US battleships, so 356mm. And with the 45 length, even though the Mississippi guns are the 356/50, which have the slightly better reload rate, the fire rate was 1.75. If I remember correctly, I'm speaking from the top of my head because I don't remember correctly. I think it was something like 1.75, so starting we would have 1.5. It's 45 seconds, then slowing it down to 35 around ish. But now we are getting the same treatment, so almost one, because it's like 55 seconds of a reload on stock crew, and then going down to 45 seconds on the aced crew with max level of the main gun battery reload speed. It's not something I usually advocate for, as I don't like US battleships that much, but if it's something that should be removed or something that should be changed, it should be changed. Especially after the very loud backlash from the players that a lot of those reported the inaccuracy. Still, we haven't heard anything from Gaijin. Will we ever hear anything? I don't think so. We probably will redo it when everyone has already got the Mississippi. So like in 2 weeks or so. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for that. If not, then will be yet another battleship with bad fire rate. So it will earn a pet name of Turtle right alongside other US standard battleships in my head. At this point I might have to just use numbers to categorize it, like Texas Turtle 1, Nevada Turtle 2, you know, Arizona Turtle 3, Mississippi Turtle 4. Like, surely we need to remember that if it's not a really raging inaccuracy, Gaijin won't fix it. At the same time, for example, spoolliners on Leopard 2PL. Gaijin argues that Leo 2PL don't have any spoolliners. Meanwhile, every source that we have, both Polish sources, both international sources, claim that the biggest upgrade from the Leo 2A4, so the Leopard that was heavily modernized to the Leopard 2PL standard, had spoolliners installed to increase the turret protection. But no, Gaijin says no. Funny thing for you. Like, okay. Okay, I see a big problem. The problem is I'm getting only battleship matches, which I don't like at all. Give me at least one cruiser to shoot at. Because I'm sorry, but my battleship fighting skills in Scharnhorst are very low. Like, don't get me wrong, I can, but this is not something I like. Especially on the bigger distances. For Scharnhorst, when it comes to fighting against capital ships, even 7 kilometers is a long distance. Cool stuff, like can pull out nice shots. You shouldn't. Really, you shouldn't. Bigger distances, go for cruisers. Shorter distances, go for... Oh, like that light cruiser. Is it Cleveland? Yes, it is. It's Cleveland or Fargo? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's something I can shoot at, and rightfully so I will. At first, those US battleships ought to stop shooting at me. Thank you very much. It's really something I particularly enjoy. Getting shot at by a lot of 305mm shells from recently buffed things like Arkansas. here's Arkansas, here's Arkansas, and here's one more Arkansas. Oh hey, it was Fargo after all. That's not a battle cruiser. That is a battle cruiser. Well, is it Nodak or is it Arkansas? I think it's Arkansas. It has the funny new bridge. Like, cool, like, try and do anything. Try and do anything useful. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and capture the point for our team. I'm gonna be useful. No, the whole enemy team is just like, oh yeah, cool, sitting duck that we can shoot at. Meanwhile, my whole team, ladies and gentlemen, let's do something. Stick poking. I can do something, do something. They don't do anything for now. Neither do I. But don't get me wrong. Neither do I. Christ almighty. They don't like me one bit. Even more, they don't like anyone other. Yes, buoyancy is critical. Like I give a damn. The fire on my turret is what's important. And here I die. Killed by Orion, of all things. Well, time for a backup. And not helping one bit. Now to just run this Alaska. Full speed ahead. Because you are a dumb idiot that decide that turning on a spawn is a right idea. Okay, what you heard about the right hand rule? I don't think he did. No, cool. And now Alaska is stopping, like. My team is comprised of very low intelligent players, and I'm one of them. But because I'm one of them, that allows me to complain a lot. Oh no, you don't. You don't reverse. You are a very bad person. And I would gladly just destroy you, but I can't. The game disallows me. So be happy. Because I would turn you over if I could. Now for the fun part. We are sniping the barbette on that Nevada from 7.5 kilometers. If done correctly, this Nevada would stop existing in approximately 2 to 3 minutes of a work time. Sadly, I'm not very good at shooting on big distances on such a small target, especially that is covered by yet another turret. So I'm just, you know, doing my best. Like that. What hit me? Marat. But I was very surprised that this Nevada exploded. This was not an explosion I was looking for, but it was an explosion nonetheless. Funnily enough. Nevada is dead, so this is all I'm happy about. How to just get done with Marat. We can join our team behind the island doing nothing. Where was the Marat's weak spot? Was it front or was it back? Marat is like PK but not modernized, so it still has this pesky bunkers and fuel tanks, which are really not something that I wanna face. Because those are very durable for a fuel tank. And there's quite a lot of them. In most ships, what you will get is one big fuel tank that once destroyed, it's like on Scharnhorst case. I don't think I can show it, but the fuel tank is something alongside this one. When it's done, then there's no thing you can do with it. It's gone. There's non-protection from this small shell-absorbing thing. On PK and on Marat, basically on pretty much every other Russian battleship, those are split into a lot of small fragments. Just infuriating, to say the least, but it is happening. Okay, reward done. I somehow lost 3/4 of my frames. Okay, and the best thing for that is do an alt tab. Fixes itself every time. Oh, let's see. It is 7-0. My ship is 7-0 after all. There are 4 capital ships, 5. Okay, so I can safely assume that we will be facing yet another full battleship game besides those bots. Yeah. A prime time for such thing to occur really a prime time. Yeah, let me just check one thing. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything works. Just checking one thing. Comes to audio. The audio is alright. Wow. Wow, somebody recognizing me. Wow. Would you look at that? I'm streaming today? Yes, I am. Yes, I indeed am streaming today. I won't be streaming tomorrow, because tomorrow I will be drinking. Very, very important thing to do on the New Year's Eve. You know, there's this saying here in Poland that goes, how's the New Year's Eve or how's the New Year gone? It's your whole year. So if your New Year's Eve, if your New Year, those 2 days are awesome, your whole year will be awesome. Then that's how I wanna start the new year. Happy, proud. I'm quite proud of myself. Because I have achieved more than I wanted for this year, especially on my YouTube channel. I have changed my job into something more comfortable. Quite a lot of things happened, especially during the last months, like October, November, December, which I'm really, really glad that happened. And if anything, I'm hoping for more of them. But you know, I now, well, first of all, I was a little bit burned out. That's why I took quite a long break. First of all, I took a break from streaming. Like you could have noticed throughout the whole November and December. I took quite a long time thinking about whether or not do I want to continue, and then I decided yes, I do want to continue. I do want to make this channel bigger, I do want to make more content. It is what I like to do. Then I thought about what kind of content, what should I bring to the channel, what direction should I bring my channel into the next year, etc. Turns out, well, first of all, there will be a lot less streaming, so don't expect a lot of streaming, probably like 1 stream per 2 weeks, maybe twice, maybe once per week, nothing more. I will be focusing more on videos, both guides, history videos and funny moments, etc. Because it seems like you guys like it a lot. So anything for you guys. Of course, you are the ones who keep the channel alive. I'm the content creator, but without the audience, there's no such need for content creator. Other than that, yes, more videos, less streams, more shorts. I'm thinking about doing more research stuff when it comes to the videos, so like the thing with the Polish salute, like the thing with Christmas truce, so more of that for sure. And later for the next year, I'm hoping that we can make this channel twice as big. That's the target for the next year. So I'm aiming for something like from the range of 600 to 1000. Let's aim for that, shall we? This is the target for next year. 500 is the minimum, and 1000 is the quote-unquote end goal for now. And looks like from the growth that the channel is getting, yes, this is really possible, which was quite a pleasant surprise, because there was really not a big growth, and from what I've noticed, it was during the times my channel was focused primarily on streaming. So this is one of the reasons I decided, yes, there will be less streaming but more video focus. So as even though I had quite a nice streaming retention rate, there was not a lot of people who, you know, came back, and then from videos I noticed quite a large following that is coming back to the channel, is coming back and checking out other content. So yeah, maybe even first collabs the next year. Would be nice to have someone that wants to, like, I don't know, maybe learn War Thunder with me, so you can provide tips and tricks for Naval. That would be cool, that would be awesome. Not then just, you know, talking and I don't know how to make collabs work. This is not something I am very well versed into. My channel is really focusing on solo content. How people do collabs. Google, tell me. How does one make collab happen? Well, happen is the easiest part, like, okay, so you wanna collab? Yes. And or no. And if yes, then sure. Then goes the worst part, which is, okay, so how to make it work? If you didn't notice, I'm not really good at making the conversation long enough. You can babble and ramble all I want when it comes to things like history, like quote-unquote all the things I'm interested and versed in when it comes to other stuff, meeting new people and making friends. This is quote-unquote, I didn't put enough charisma points, and now my build is a little bit unbalanced. Put more points into wisdom and not enough points into charisma. And now I have -2 proficiency to every skill check. The ND players can understand. But hey, this is maybe something that will change in the next year. So let's try being more outgoing. Let's try to be more open-minded, open, active for a lot of things. So maybe, just maybe, we will get other people, and you know, as a small content creator, I'm checking out other small content creators. I understand how important it is for people to make connections. Funnily enough, I'm not making contact with them, but YouTube now really likes to recommend me people that have the channel size of around mine, interestingly enough. And I've been thinking, okay, so they are growing at around the same rate as me, so it's good. It's good. If they were growing faster, then I would be thinking, what am I doing wrong? But yeah. And maybe, just maybe, this is not something that I thought about that much. But maybe we will try more games in the future. I already bought myself a chill game that I want to try, like Mechanic Simulator. Like, okay, I have quite a list of games that I want to try on stream. More or less everything is Naval or World War II related, or World War I. I did? Okay. Apparently I kill still these Bayern's targets, both of them. With Marat, I can kinda understand. He was shooting it first, but then I switched targets. Don't look at me. Not look. No look. No looking. This Bayern, really. Really. Really get on my nerves. I wanna just be like, hey Ask, I wanna kill that Bayern. I want to shoot at you. I want to shoot at him. I want to shoot at Alaska if she was shooting at Bayern, but then she switched targets, so I decided, okay, yeah, we're going for Alaska then. Funnily enough, Alaska is one of the few battle cruisers or few American capital ships that don't have the weak point of the Barbettes. She has different weak points. Weak spots, or weak points. Yeah, see? Fun stuff. Now for my next trick, I need to repair my ammo elevators because they have long reload rates now. boy. Sharon doesn't like to turn. By the way, fun thing about... I have enough fingers. Yes, I do. Sharon Horse has one of the most amount of the compartments, the segments for the unbreakable, unrepairable breaches. Things like Congo. So ships like Congo has only 4 or 3. Meanwhile, Scharnhorst gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 8. Favoritism match? I think so. So funnily enough, also still Congo is bugged when it comes to... Oops. Congo is still bugged when it comes to the breaches, because if you get unrepairable breach on Congo class, whether that is Haruna or Congo, you're going down. No matter what, you cannot put it out. So, tough luck. Unlike any other ships, for example, what I showed you in the video about the one of the best 5.0 lineups, so the Spokojny and Blagorodny, those ships can literally survive on 10% of buoyancy and be competitive because nothing can be touched below the waterline. Things like Congo, just one unrepairable breach, which, okay, it's harder to do on a battleship than on a destroyer. Still, with enough of the concentrated fire on you, you will just sink. Like, you cannot recover from that. Really, really... feeling a lot of favoritism from the game. Okay, cool. Alaska down. I got the assist. At this point I don't even care that much about the score. Of course I do care, because I want to get the star done. It's more of a... okay, cool, I have the score going. For me, currently, it is more of a... okay, so... time to unrest my skills and... how does one fight with a capital ship while being underpowered? How to remember weak spots, time to... remember about all the funny things you need to do while fighting other capital ships. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, you don't. Okay, I wanted to get the torpedo out. Torpedo launcher. Where is it? Because I have to... okay, cool. And torpedoes in the water? No, they're not. Do I feel happy about that? Yes, I do. Okay, there's a cruiser. Hello, cruiser. I was gonna say goodbye, cruiser, but... well, goodbye, cruiser, yes. Not from me, goodbye, cruiser. Will be goodbye, cruiser from... anyone else, yes. See? That Pariskaya is really, really good. Where are the others? There's another light cruiser, probably Krasny. We will see in just a second. Oh, who would have thought that this is apparently Krasny? Wait, no, not Krasny. That's... Was it Krasny? That's Chapayev, yes. Didn't check it. Ow. C3 Alaska, okay. Yeah, don't bother with it. It's cool. Hey, GG. Steady progress. Still not even half of the score. Needed for the star, for the mark of distinction, not for the star. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm such a boomer. I'm such a boomer. Great match. Yeah, it was a good match. Really, really good. We did well. Mongolai Scharnhorst guns are a wee bit underperforming. In my hands, of course. In my hands. That's to clarify. In others, yeah, those are great. In my hands, those are good. Thanks for your tips on the 5.0 setup. No problem, no problem. Glad to be of service. Oh boy, African Gulf. How I detest this map. I'm thinking about going for either... like one of the next video will be either probably the best starting thing to get accustomed to Naval or 6.0, something like that. Ooh, 26. Oh boy. Or do I fight Scharnhorst with Congo? Or do I aim with what ammo is best? Of course, the best ammo is, as you might have guessed already, the best ammo would be the Type 91 APC, the quote-unquote diving shell. Second of all, I would first aim for the frontal turrets. Like, if you are facing the Scharnhorst like side to side, go for the turrets, first disable the turrets, then switch, and with Congo performance there is enough firepower for you to try and go for the ammo storage on the, I would say, rear turrets, but I forgot the weak spots. For sure, if you are going for the front, so if you are crossing the T with Scharnhorst is like that, and you are going sideways, you can go for the front. You have enough of the fuse delay to push it through and try and detonate the storage. Even if this is not enough to one-hit kill it, it is enough for it to lose the ammunition in the first turret, maybe even in the second, start the fire, and start sinking. When Scharnhorst starts sinking, you have enough time. Probably it will start maneuvering left, right, or something. You will have enough of the spot the Type 91 APC has good angling performance. You can go for the rear turrets that will be slightly above, so there you go. If not, go for the superstructure. If you're not comfortable with just chip away its crew members. But as always, first things first, disable the turrets, then go for the either superstructure or ammunition shots here. Scharnhorst, as good as she is, she suffers quite a lot, especially on the distances bigger than 10 kilometers. Congo has the perfect opportunities that you can fight on the distances that Scharnhorst can't, and you have to, you know, try and take advantage of that. Especially on the starting positions, you can just try and go. The closer you are to Scharnhorst, the easier for the Scharnhorst it is to gain advantage on you. You will gain the advantage also because it will be easier for you to aim for the weak spots, and you are gaining the penetration power that is increasing with the shorter distance. The thing is, you will not outgun Scharnhorst. That's the biggest problem. So better it is for you to just start and keep your distance. 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers even. I have found for the Congo to work best the further the distance is. Congo has the average engaged distance of up to 27 kilometers. On the Naval EC maps, it is really favorable for you to, you know, being able to outrange pretty much anyone besides the British with the 380mm, so good and renowned. Other than that, no other tips, just try and don't die. Literally, I can't stress that enough. Congo is very weak when it comes to armor, so it's not like... Oh, speaking of Congo, your best bet is to keep your front covered while keeping like this part exposed. Here you have the concrete armor, which is really hard to penetrate. Steering gears are really protected. You can take quite a few shots to the upper belt, but keep hidden. Keep taking advantage of the fast speed of Congo and maneuverability. You are not a battleship, you are a fast battleship. Do keep reminder on that. And the fast is really fast. I would even argue that Congo is one of the most agile battleships we have in the game. So things like evading shots from the distance, changing directions, confusing the enemies on where to shoot, how to shoot you. This is the Congo playstyle. The closer you are not a brawler. The closer you are, the less advantage you have over your enemies. Of course, you will have to eventually fight people on closer distances, but as long as you can prolong it, don't fight battleships on close distances. Besides standard battleships, so US. You can fight US battleships on close distances. Just aim for the barbettes and everything will be fine. See, this is what I was talking about. Although I'm the example, which I don't like. Let's see. Frontal turrets are out, I only have one turret, whereas Congo has all four of them. I have to repair. And even though I have the advantage of the reload speed and currently the penetrating power is not as important because we both have quite the same, Congo has still the advantage because I now need to repair myself. This is the most important thing you can do while playing as Congo. Good Congo player will be better than a Sharpers player. Of course, most of this is concluding from the fact that most of the Shark Horse players are the average players that will just go for the meta and not for the things and not be a very good players. Like me. I'm not a very good player, that's why I am struggling to kill that Congo. But inside those aisles, I might be brave enough or courageous enough to do some cheeky shots, like the ammo elevators, keep this reload rate of Congo as long as possible to the 50 seconds, etc. Instead in like ground battles or even air battles, most of the times Naval is about chipping the advantage. In ground battles it is pretty much any time spot first, shoot first. In Naval it is more of a spot, and then if you can't kill in first shot, and most of the times you can't, you can of course try, just chip the advantage away from all the adversaries that you will face. Okay, I think I'm just gonna abandon Congo and focus on anything else. I have committed too much and now it's not something I should have done. My bad, my bad. Who is messaging me? Why people are messaging me? Oh. Okay. Good things are... Okay, that's Charm Horse. This is not something I can fight. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. This is more of my fight. Alaska. Nobody expects... Ugh. Okay. Change of plans. Now for a quick guide on how to fight Scharnhorst with Scharnhorst. That's how. Somehow make sure Scharnhorst is not on your side and is not looking at you. Second, Shoot those turrets as fast as possible. Third, pray to God you are not getting hit by torpedoes. And you don't have anything in front of your way. And as you can see, the front has exploded, so the rear is slightly higher, which you can take the advantage and try and get the magazine. With Congo it is easier, of course, simply because of the higher caliber, better performance underwater. With Scharnhorst it's a wee bit harder, still possible but harder. Going, for example, 3, 2, 1, something here. Yeah, it's happening. Okay, what just happened? Okay, frontal is... Okay, I missed. Not very proud of myself. That was not very good. Okay, no, 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 back off, back off, back off. Okay, we're good. That was way too close. Okay. Okay, game, okay. Am I still alive then? Hey, survivor, cool. Good match, good match. Not the best one, but a good match, after all. Okay, 21,000 and hour and a half, so 3. With how fast it's going, looks like we will be done in 1 more hour. Unless there will be more matches like the last one, so 1 more hour. Not a very big change, but yes. Now that I think about it, the funny thing that we could see, because of course we will see a lot of things, quote unquote, on as a projects, as things that were not completed, as a things that were in development but never really carried out of the blueprints. So I wonder how long it will take for Gaijin to implement Scharnhorst with 380mm guns that we would see on Bismarck. Same guns that were planned to be given to Scharnhorst class, to both Scharnhorst and Gneis now. This is why Gaijin is not... quote unquote, putting out another Sharn horse, so we're not seeing Nice now. This is why maybe we didn't see Nice now as the premium for Germany, yet we saw Nassau. Maybe one of the reasons that Nice now will be here as a project, so exactly like Conte di Cavour, as a project that was designed, everything was here, but it never was finished. It never came out to the completion. So the 380 millimeters. Instead of those 3 turrets, it would be 3 twin 380 millimeter turrets. A little less firepower when it comes to the shots per salvo, but more for firepower when it comes to things like, well, quote unquote, a shell mass, penetrative power, explosive mass. So one shell will be much more devastating. 10 centimeters more, after all. Yeah, I'm gonna finish my cake, because I do have one final piece of cake that I forgot to eat before the stream. My coffee. Now I have like a few bites of it. So excuse me for a moment, but I will not be talking for like 2 seconds or so. Delicious. Oops. I really like my mom's cake. Especially one of these ones. The apple and the vanilla pudding one. I'm sorry. Not vanilla, but the heavy cream one. Really good. Okay, it is a Scharnhorst. It is not good. As one would say, it's not deja vu. Okay, game, okay. There's a Scharnhorst. There's a Scharnhorst. Probably there's one more Scharnhorst in that general direction. There's only me and one more on our team. Now the problem is, or the question is, why do I have to suffer being shot by a lot of people on my team? On their teams. Nobody from my team is shooting at me. Gladly, thankfully, they are not shooting at me, and there is no friendly fire. It was then, oh boy, that would be suffering. Really suffering. Okay. At least maybe I can do some things. Like go behind the island and hide like a little bitch. because I'm too scared to engage anyone that is in my Hornet class. And it's not because I'm a coward, it's because I have something called survival instinct. And my survival instinct tells me if you want to engage anyone at once, you are a blithering idiot. Just go behind the island, take a good little ship, take advantage of your armor, maybe go for that, whatever that is, Kronstadt or something. Oh yeah, that is Kronstadt. And don't do anything rash, like we go kill that battleship, question mark. Is that a battleship or is it not? Hope it is. Also, I'm hitting a battleship that doesn't remind me of any other battleships. Am I just chipping a little bit on somebody else that is in front of it? Maybe. Yeah, looks like I'm just hitting the Scharnhorst in front instead of the battleship. Okay, cool. The island works. Okay, never mind, the island doesn't work. What are the chances that I am hit in my turret? The frontal turret, nonetheless. Hello there. It's a no, Saxon, I'm sorry. The turrets are white, so it's Saxon. It's a Saxon. Yay. Yay, something that we can kill. Like, actually. Okay, Marat. But no. Easy first, harder later. Suggesting that anything is easy for me to kill. It's not something that I would say is right. Ooh. Here. Yoshimo. Wow. Like, wow. Somehow someone was not paying attention enough to get killed with the long lances. Good for the Kiyoshima. And oh, here it is. Revolver. Playing Shimakaze now. I would not pick Shimakaze, to be fair. Like, don't get me wrong, the ability to set up a torpedo wall is really impressive and really fun to do. But the problem with Shima is that it's very, very squishy. She's very, very squishy. Like, you sneeze on her and she crumbles. That's the problem with Shima. That's okay. Most of the destroyers on the Japanese Navy have the same problem, but Shima is like prime example of it. Can survive a little bit more with Kizuki, with Kiyoshima, for example, or other, maybe even Ayanami. Shimakaze is like, okay, because she is fast, she has to be as lightly armored as possible. Still not the fastest. And also the torpedoes that she carry add additional weight, so she has to be, again, as light as possible. So it goes without saying that the only thing you can do with Shima is just run with torpedoes and run away and pray that you are not getting killed. You are getting killed, that Christ almighty, you are down. Okay. Why is it when I'm not streaming, nobody is active on Discord, but when I'm streaming, then apparently everyone has something that they urgently need to say to me. Not complaining, but it's funny that it always happens. It's basically like with the meme where the guy puts on the headphones and his partner starts speaking immediately, like wanting something from him, and then he puts the headphones down and what is it? Oh, nothing. Puts the headphones on. Basically this, but in real life. To me, more times than it should, so I am inclined to think that this is not just a meme. Riveting gameplay, I know. But this is the best gameplay I can offer you in this match. Well, I theoretically could go and brawl. Do I want to? Okay, maybe. Maybe I do. Maybe I do want to brawl. I would be perfectly fine from up close against something like Saxon. Well, okay, I need to start moving now. I am the only one here, so being a sitting duck is not something I do enjoy. So I'd better be a moving duck than a sitting duck. It is going to be a problem when I'm gonna run out of ammunition. It could happen. Boy, I thought that there was ship like right next to me that I could shoot, but no, it's just a funny render glitch. Okay, why is now everyone like good at this game and good at shooting the weak spots of Scharnhorst? Like, you weren't that good before. You weren't as smart as to hit the weak spots. Now you are. It is very, very suspicious. So everyone is shooting at me. Oh boy, whatever shall I do? Probably just repair. And repair. Theoretically, I could also repair. Pray to God that I... Okay, I can't. Okay, I fucking give up. Some help would be appreciated. Ammunition, like guns work, like guns should. Finally. Never knew that I had to ask my guns to work properly. I always thought, okay, the guns should work as they are inanimate objects. Turns out they need to be asked kindly. This reminds me of Bioshock, the first one. And would you kindly? A very, very memorable line and very, very memorable game. Like, there are things that really are something to look forward. Games like that. Not a lot of first-person shooters can provide plot and narrative on such level as Bioshock does. It was never really redid in later installments. Never really was done by other companies. Most of the times FPS games do have some plot, but it's not really good. Like, yes, I get it that it's not really what should be focused on. Gameplay should speak first. But if you have things like, for example, to compare Call of Duty, Battlefield, and then Bioshock. And yes, I know Bioshock has more of an RPG feeling with the approach, so maybe even more compared Bioshock to Dishonored or Thief, Dark Messiah, for example. Still, I would treat it more as a first-person shooter with the RPG elements, not RPG with first-person shooter elements. Oh boy, this is like a tongue twister even. At least for me, the struggles of being ESL. Don't get me wrong. Of course, there are great first-person shooters with great story and with quest lines, even like the side quests that are more than just your go kill and pick up, or go pick up, or go steal something. Dying Light Stalker. Even though Dying Light is more of a survival horror game, quote unquote, depending on how you want to look at it. It's not your typical first-person shooter. Later it turns into one. At first it's a Dead Island. It is more a kind of survival horror with melee, with your action RPG stuff. Very great parkour. One of the best parkour since Mirror's Edge. Oh boy. How many people remember Mirror's Edge? Like the first one, not the Catalyst. Because this game really went popular really fast and went into obscurity as fast as it reached its pinnacle. It was very fast. It stormed the hearts of players with the gameplay. The story was okay. The gameplay and the visuals were great. One of the best parkour games ever created. And later, well, we got the Catalyst that didn't sold as well as the previous game, and never heard anything from that. Probably there is a mobile game based on the bigger versions, but other than that, nothing. Oops. This is what you get for standing in front of the spawn. I try to be as gentle as possible. I don't think he even noticed. No, I don't think this guy noticed. Also, a top tier really looks like a top tier. Nobody plays a heavy cruiser. I mean, it is a... Oh no. Oh no. He's a VTuber fan. Oh no. Not that. Oh no. How do I know he's a VTuber fan? Because I may or may not recognize from which VTuber that catchphrase "womp womp" is from. I am a filthy weeb myself, so yes, I do know. I do watch VTubers sometimes. Okay. No, can I or can't I? Can I be so sneaky? And, okay, so either I go and cap A or decap B. Both of those things is a suicide mission. Ah yeah, they are capping A. So yes, we are going on A. And they are capping C. Nobody else has a float plane. There's Shark Horse, there's Arizona, there's Alaska, there's... Okay, Nevada doesn't have. But some of those people have a scout plane. Like, use it. Why is it just me? Okay, at least the PT boat that capped A just decided to J out, so I can land my floaty. Okay, yeah, good job. Good. What the hell just happened? Why did my ship decide to go completely sideways? Also, note to myself, don't land with more than 200 kph speed. Did I hit an island and it decided to turn away? Or did Gaijin mess again with the AI that directs the ship when you are using the float planes? Either way, very cool Gaijin. Everything I wanted from a game to, you know, be put away from the battle, not by myself but by an external condition. Nothing says good game more than a buggy AI. Now what? Now I'ma just sail around the map. Being very fun. Very fun turns. Now there should be a petition to Gaijin to add a button so we can lock your turn left or right, like fully. Something similar to what we have in World of Warships. Not gonna lie, it would be really helpful sometimes. Like now. Just not gonna lie. This is not working. So yay, I'm dead last. This is what happens when you want to help your team. The conclusion? Never help your team. Why is no one here? I can't even J out from this game, because if I J out, I'm getting a crew lock from 10 minutes. If I die and don't respawn, I get a crew lock for 10 minutes. So this game better end soon, because I am a little bit done with it. Kill me already and let's move on our way. I am not the player you're looking for. Not the Sharn horse you're looking for. I'm just a wee bit lad that cannot even aim properly. Because everyone here has armor of a Titan. So the most I can do is like here and there, tickle them on their turrets. Nothing more. Wait, what? Ah, here. I was thinking, what is my guys on the left side aiming at? Turns out it's just a float lane. The entire team was to sit in spawn. Like, hilarious. Hilarious. And most of the people are gonna leave after one death. I'll probably do the same. But I have crew lock to worry about, sadly. So I'm just gonna have to... Hello! There is a Scharnhorst against Scharnhorst. Of course my elevator is out. How is it that his guns, his turret elevator is more protected than mine? Ooh, nice. Yay, I did something. I'm gonna die, but I did something at least. This one will miss, this one will hit me. This one will hit me. This one will hit me, this one will hit me. Okay, I ate 4 torpedoes and... they did nothing. Okay. Ooh, I forgot to turn. Torpedo protection works. Use protection, guys. Torpedo protection. Okay, if I'm getting one more of a full 7.0 battle, I'm switching my lineup. Okay, Franz Josef Land. Good, good. Now let's see. Ondertan, so 6.3. Brooklyn 6.0. My prayers were heard. Oh boy, there's a Scharnhorst. How many Scharnhorsts do we have? Only one. Looks like they only have one too. So whoever kills... I was gonna say whoever kills himself first. Whoever dies first, their team will win. Their team will lose. English language, hard language. I should start streaming in Polish. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna start streaming in Polish. Like, make a whole another channel. Gonna be like Kowal. Make channel completely related when it comes to Polish side of War Thunder. interesting to see, like, wonder how many people would come here and see, like, only Polish stream. Why is everyone shooting at me? Why am I getting targeted by pretty much everyone? I did not agree to that. Okay, looks like this Des Moines needs correction. Because the Des Moines is really big pain in my ass. So Des Moines, I hope you are ready, because I'm gonna shoot you now. How did I hit only AA gun? You aimed 200 meters below, yet the only thing you get is an AA gun that... I'm not gonna question it. I am not gonna question anything. I'm just gonna sail away. Sail away. Don't care. It's gonna go away with my life. Repair my front turret. Expect more. Okay, how is that? I don't know what is it, but 2, 4. Okay, looks like Eugen. Is it? So how is that Eugen shooting at me through the island? It was like very good target lock. At the same time, I'm envious of it. Micro lock never worked like that. Would be very nice if it did. I don't have the luck of your typical person. I have a YouTuber luck, and that means I have one good game after every 2 hours or so. Nothing more, nothing less. 2 hours pass and then I play good. There it goes for another 2 hours and I have no good game until then. Like here. I am suspecting something, and I am suspecting that my dispersion should be way better, yet it is not. Like, somehow my dispersion is way bigger than it used to be. And I have no idea why. Like, okay, cool. Well, apparently shell room is not a weak point anymore in Newport. I haven't faced Newport for such a long time that I forgot about the fact that there is another weak spot for it. Should I aim lower or higher? Should I aim anywhere at, like... looks like the spot between turrets don't work anymore. Maybe aim for the... Okay, that's a little bit too much over rear. Here. Second shell room. Third ammunition storage. Does not explode. I have a suspicion that they fixed the issue with Newport News. Let's see. I think they did it, ladies and gentlemen. I think they make it more survivable. Oh, no, 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 no. That Newport is mine. Fuck off. Ah, that's a Scharnhorst. I don't kill Scharnhorst. I'm too big of a wuss to kill a Scharnhorst. I might just stand like a torpedo in a general direction. And one behind, because why not? But Helena is something interesting that I can at least attempt to bully. Slash there was an attempt. Okay, shell room done. Now like one more salvo into the superstructure. Should be enough to deal with the rest of the crew. And now we're switching to here. Yeah, 6%. Works for me. I'm gonna get yet another assist, but I miss B. One of the two things I shouldn't have done, and yet I did it. Okay, we're going straight to A. You know what? We're going straight to A. Probably not sailing straight into the mountain. Okay. Okay, Kronstadt. Okay. Okay, Kronstadt. You are here. What was the Kronstadt's weak spot? For sure it's not 700 ping and 40, but network connection. Hello? Hello? Game? Hello? Stream? Hello? Is everything everything works? Is everything fine? Oh, hello? Hello? Talk to me. It's like the match never even happened. It was a match where I could shine, where my cruiser hunting ship would finally hunt cruisers, not capital ships, and yet... Is it a DDoS? Is it a... Is it a reason that there is over 200 players, 200,000 players playing at the same time and the game just can't process this amount of battles? Is it why we have this problem? Is it because the hamsters are dying? too much for them. We'll never know. But I can assure you that this game will be 7.0 only. The only thing we will face is other battleships and battle cruisers. And there's USS Douglas. Okay. Wait a second. Douglas, PT. We have coastal boats. We have Fargo. We have Żelezniaków. We have 6.0 cruisers. Coastal ships. We have oh, there might be a chance of me get... Okay, who is... never mind. There is a chance that this will be... okay, it's not gonna be a good match. Just... Okay, I'm gonna just pray that I will be able to fast deal with other cruisers. Shell Roman Helena, that's first. Maybe I should just aim for the rear instead of the front for Helena. Maybe there's the weak spot. Who knows? I for sure don't. No. No weak point here. Weak point. Yes, point. There's a new word. Point. I wanna say spot and point. Why I keep repeating that? It's a weak point or weak spot, not weak point. The point of a weak. But yeah, a lot of cruisers. So surely it will go well. Surely I won't have to suffer. Right, guys? Right, I don't have to suffer against the countless waves of Helena and other battleships. I see Alaska. That might be interesting. I see 2 battleships. I see 3 battleships. Okay, 3-pull shell room on Helena, yet Helena is not dying. This is the point where I'm switching to SAP. We'll see if the SAP with twice the amount of explosive filler and quite a good penetration for cruisers, it's enough. Wonder if it will be enough to deal with the Helena and other US cruisers. Because it looks like okay, we have Arkansas. We have second battleship. We have a battleship here. Nice. So I'm putting something behind the... Oh, okay. I think I hit the patrol bolt. Just don't repair. Just don't repair and we'll be fine. You are a light cruiser. Okay, first Helena down. SAP seems to be the way for now. Don't repair unless I'm getting my turret disabled. Or ammo elevator. One of the 2. As long as capital ships just decide, yeah, we are not fighting against each other, I'm fine. But it looks like this Alaska wants a really wants to get involved. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. The second I see your... Okay, Scharnhorst is joining the crew. So, it's like I have to answer his expectations. Please stop messaging me now. I'm gonna answer all of you later. Will be later, not now. Night. Right now, I'm streaming. I can't do anything about it. Well, I could do something about it, but I am not going to. That's the thing. I might just be here streaming to my heart's content. This is last stream of 2023. Should end it with a bang. It will be more of a chill, probably. Like, no deck seems like a fine target. Or not. What is not a fine target is those that can shoot me through the island, but I cannot shoot at them through the island. So that's Helena, for example. Now I can, but in a second I won't be able. Very fun thing. We're gonna lose this match, aren't we? We don't have enough cruisers, we don't have enough escort ships. There's Alaska, and that Alaska probably is gonna look at me in a second. First we have to deal with very fun Helena. Let's probably start repairing, will be sad. Yeah, Alaska joined the fray. Scharnhorst isn't, so that's that, I guess. A bit more to the rear. Fight Alaska, don't bother with Kron. Don't bother with Sharon. Start repairing the gun bridge. Which one is? Ah, yeah, the middle one. What? Oh. Don't switch to Scharnhorst. I don't give a shit about this Scharnhorst. Just like this Scharnhorst doesn't give a shit about me. At least the rear turret went. Luckily, yes! I was gonna say, luckily enough, we might be able to detonate the Alaska. And here we go. Alaska has been detonated. Now for the little one. So that Helena is just a pain Nice. What? How did... Okay. This game doesn't like me, I know. It works against me, I know. It's Marat, yes, it's Marat. So... I'm not here, I guess. Kinda. Sharn is still not engaging me. Not very good at this, you know, surface combat, aren't I? Okay, let's repair the bridge that I can repair and... Just screw you people, I guess. Let's try repairing. Try is a very generous word. Maybe it will work. Just maybe. Yes, I know you will be slowing down. That's what I'm expecting you to do. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. And one, and two, and it did nothing. So let's do 2 more, or, you know, 4 more. That will be enough. Okay, it was enough. It was quite alright. What wasn't alright is the rest of this match. You know what? Nah. We're doing Eugen. We are doing Eugen here. Funny Eugen. I like Eugen really much. It was better before when she was at 5.7. But at 6.0 she is quite a beast to be reckoned with. That's a battleship, that's a battleship, that's a battleship, that's a heavy cruiser, which is gonna be my target. Seems like Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah, I'm the last one alive. Because of course, yeah. I wonder, why is everyone shooting at me? Just stay alive for as long as you can. Maybe even get that Pittsburgh down. Or just survive until the end. And everything works. It worked. Kinda worked. Almost done with the score, and there was a defeat in the Franz Josef Land. Got a little bit of the RP. is kinda great. 2.5 hours and we're done with the Sailor Star. I know. Some people might say, oh yeah, Aventor, you are very, very slow with that. Yeah, cool, you don't know a freaking golf. We're very slow with that. Everything else would be done with like next 1 hour, and they will be 1.5 hours and they will be done, especially with Scharnhorst. Yes, I know, I'm not that great. Thank you very much. This is yet another 7.0 match with not a lot of players. But not playing a battleship, so I need to be very, very, very certain and very, very cautious on what I shooting at. Probably things like this Des Moines. Because Des Moines is always a good thing to shoot at. Be it Des Moines, be it Newport News, however. It is a Des Moines class after all. So yes, and with this 110 points. Okay, not yet. I need around 1,000 points. Be able to get the funny star. So just a tiny bit more. 3 more kills on a cruiser. There's a battle cruiser, there's a heavy cruiser, there's a destroyer. Oh, here, a heavy cruiser. That Northampton would be so kind and like turn off his smoke funnels. Would be great, thank you very much. What is this Grafspeer? So a German, maybe cruiser, a Panzerschiffe, if you will, cruiser hunter, the not a battle cruiser, but not a heavy cruiser also. For me, it's hard to classify things like, well, most of the things Germany made, because Germany was in this very weird spot when they tried to reinvent a lot of things. Like they wanted quite literally to reinvent a circle with the designs. Like it's not a coastal defense ship. It's not, because it's too fast and it was not made for the coastal defense. It's not a battle cruiser. It lacks the armor and the speed of a battle cruiser, and it lacks the guns of a battle cruiser. It's not like either speed and armor or speed and weapon, or so it cannot be classified as such. Yet it is way too powerful for your typical heavy cruiser. Because without counting really different experiments like the Surkov class of the submarine with 203mm gun, or well, Grafspeer, so the 203mm on a heavy cruiser, or 305mm recoilless rifle on a destroyer, so the Soviet fun experiments. There was quite of a standardization when it comes to guns. Really anyone explored anything, so pretty much there was not a lot of things like, oh yeah, sure, we should make a 170mm gun, 173mm gun, whatever, or we should make 195mm guns. There was either 8-inch, so 203mm, or it would be 180mm. Or it would be 150/155. That was just how it was. Nothing less, nothing more. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of people and not a lot of countries wanted to go out with their experiments and makes anything else. And most things that went down with a different caliber was British on the Marlborough, so Iron Duke class with 343mm of guns, and Germans with that 283mm that were present on pretty much anything from World War I on their tank class, so the battle cruiser of World War I spread throughout the Graf Speer and Scharnhorst. So those were the only differences. Other than that, not a lot of things. Most of them were really just like, okay, so yeah, we're gonna standardize that to the inch, as the inches were prevalent as the main measurement of the naval caliber. Other than that, no, nothing brings to my mind. The ship Germany would have made wood owned by allies foreign ports. This might be why they lack armor. But no, the fun thing is, whatever Germany made was made with armor in the first place. As the first thing on their mind was, okay, so how much armor can we put on this ship? Be it a destroyer, cruiser, or a battleship. The whole doctrine of the battle cruisers for Germany was completely different than for the rest of the world. Whereas the whole world traded armor on a battle cruiser for things like speed and the armament. So as what might have been noticeable for the, for example, Invincible class, Congo class in their first configuration, or Hood, so the Admiral class, although later Hood was reinforced, same as Congo. Other than that, Germany went with the speed and armor instead of firepower and armor. That's why Germany opted for the smaller guns. If you look at other battle cruisers, they have the caliber of guns higher than 300mm, 305, 356. Whereas in Germany they kept it under 300mm, so those were 283 that are, as you can see, noticeable on things like Scharnhorst, von der Tann from the World War I, or even the Graf Speer, which can be classified as a weird combination between a battle cruiser and a heavy cruiser. Besides that, and besides the plans to up the firepower of Scharnhorst class, there was not a lot of plans to change that for Germans. They did stick to their trade disrupting doctrine quite literally for a long time. Instead of, well, the whole thing was the accepting the English dominance over seas. The only nation that quite rightfully did, as for example other nations tried to challenge British on the sea. The Americans with the very, very cold relations throughout the interwar, etc. Though they were allies, they were like, okay, so how can we up each other on the seas? Because Those who controlled seas controlled everything. And same thing with Italy, same thing with Japan, same thing with France. Everyone tried to be bigger and better. Only later they were like, okay, so maybe we should unify in our efforts and maybe we should put our differences aside. That was only in the middle of the Second War for a lot of those decisions to happen. Besides that, everyone tried to one-up the British, then later the USA. Because those were the two main naval superpowers. Of course, this is also the reason why the limitations of the Washington Naval Treaty and both First and Second London Naval Treaty were only to the Great Five. So Great Britain, USA, France, Italy and Japan. For example, Germany, nor Russia, then Soviet Union, or any other nations like Spain, Austria-Hungary, even though they didn't exist, so the Turkey, not Ottoman Empire but Turkey, none of them were signatory member of the naval treaty. That's a thing that could be also mentioned, as they were not really big of a threat. For the lack of a better word, because they accepted, okay, we are not gonna challenge the British. And they might have sacrificed armor to shorten the construction time to avoid destruction of the ships while in the dry dock. Kinda, but at the same time, Germans really liked their armor. The things they would sacrifice to get more armor on the usability reinforced coastal facilities that can repair submarines, which eventually became unusable on the submarine bases they got left in the end were underwater. I mean, yeah, I know that the old Kiel bases, the bases on the Kiel Channel, etc., were the only usable, or the bases in Poland on the Baltic Sea, the Masuria region, the Danzig region, etc. So the Pomerania were the only usable because, well, the Allies didn't reach that far. They were more under the Soviet fights, and Soviets were not a really big of a naval power to challenge it, and neither were they in the air during that time. So that's why on those and most of the bases, the repair facilities that you mentioned were in France, which was quite fast bombed and then retaken. So this is also a thing from that. Okay, maybe I'm gonna play like up to 3 hours, so one more match in the MiG-23, so I can start with the funny pilot mark. But yeah, the biggest problem Germany faced is not enough steel and not enough naval funds and development, as the Kriegsmarine of both the Imperial Germany and the Weimar Republic, then the Third Reich, was really underfunded. Like, nobody wanted to put any funds in it because pretty much everyone said, okay, yeah, why should we bother? When we have to face against the naval firepower. Yeah, still. Oil still, yeah. Oil not so much, because they really had a lot of oil during the time. By the time the Battle of Atlantic was over, they did secure their oil. First in Romania, then of course the Stalingrad, the siege of Stalingrad, which could support and disrupt the oil. I mean, they have a lot of planes that they couldn't fly due to oil shortage. Yeah, but that was the 1945. 1944 was still quite alright, even though they were losing, they still had the oil fields of Romania under their control, so Romania did supply quite a lot of oil for the Germany. But yes, the oil fields of Baku in the Soviet Union was one of the main reasons why Germany even invaded the Soviet Union. Both of the natural resources of Siberia, not even oil, but like like we already agreed, so steel. Steel from Sweden, which was, of course, as Sweden was the neutral country, so the trade was pretty much flowing straight through. Romanian oil fields got bombed by allies at some point. Not by allies, but by Soviet Union. The allies could reach the Romania, but they didn't, as Soviet Union didn't really allow for the allied planes to refuel and land onto the Soviet-controlled airfields. For example, this was the issue of why allies couldn't drop so many supplies for the Warsaw Uprising in Poland, which was closer than Romania. They had to use the they had to use the Italian airfields or the Norwegian airfields, which were still contested. Soviets, yeah. Well, Soviets didn't really care about anything that wasn't supposed to go to them, and even though they wanted Romania, they did already get Bessarabia, so this is the only thing they wanted, and Bessarabia was left as the rest. Meanwhile, the rest of Romania, before they switched to the Allied side, before the King Michael's coup, it was quite bombed and quite destroyed. Yeah, Stalin didn't really like anyone who rebelled against him, even though they were adversaries and not normal puppets, or whatever you want to call it. But yes, this is what happened. So now Soviets were a really mean sons of that didn't really like anyone besides USA. They liked USA for a long time because the US supplied them with trucks, tanks, pretty much everything that they needed for the motorization of their armies. For example, when it comes to Soviets and like why they didn't really care about anything because of the because of the Lend-Lease Act, which supplied them from pretty much 1941 until 1944. They didn't really care about whether or not they need to produce trucks, they need to produce anything else for the industry. They just needed to produce tanks and planes, and they did in quite a large numbers. Anything else was supplied by the US. Whether was that cars, trucks, infrastructure equipment, even I think trains, anything from that was supplied by the US. This is one of the reasons why Soviets can claim the highest amount of tanks and the highest amount of pretty much equipment, like the guns. Mosin Nagant, for example, was one of the most produced gun in the world. Planes, IL-2 was the most produced plane of the World War II. The 34s, IS-1s, IS-2s, a lot to mention, but this is because US supplied them with trucks. If they had to, you know, make their own industry more diversified to, how should they say it, to cover their own supplies and to cover their own infrastructure, I think this would have gone quite a bit different than how it did in the past. Okay, but it is a 3-hour mark. We got what we want. I think it is 9 p.m, so I have to get ready also. So I think we will end for today, and the next stream will be, to be honest, I don't know, might be in the next week, might not be in the next week. I think the best I can say is just need to wait for the announcement. Like, I didn't make an announcement for this stream, but I'm gonna make for the next one. As like I said, next week I'm gonna be probably really busy for the weekend, so probably just make a video, post it, and don't even check it, sadly. Like, set up a publish date and that's it. Other than that, thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope you have a beautiful day, night, evening, or an afternoon, wherever you are. If you want to, please leave a like, subscribe to be notified of my other content. Check out my other content, shorts, the history shorts especially. I'm quite proud of them. And the other War Thunder related content. Happy New Year, and see you in 2024. So see you next year. This is Aventer. Bye.